I'm going to be reviewing Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4 Legacy. And in this volume we get to see the Green Goblin again for the second time. 4 volumes into it. And when's the last time we saw him, you ask? Volume 2. Volume 1 was the origin. Thank goodness, after this we won't be seeing the Green Goblin for a while and we get to see cool people like Venom and that one guy with a Spider-Man costume. Yeah. I don't know, I'm not the biggest expert on Ultimate Spider-Man out there. I just have a lot of the trade paperback volumes because it is, all in all, one of my favorite Spider-Man series. But the trade paperback, let's get into it, has issues from Ultimate Spider-Man, issues 22 to 27 by Ishnier award-winning author Brendan Michael Bendis, one of my favorite comic book writers, and acclaimed artist Mark Bagley, another one of my favorite comic book artists. Did I call Brendan Michael Bendis an artist? He's a writer. He's one of my favorite writers. If I did say artist, completely ignore that. But what happens is it's a very cat and mouse thing between Green Goblin and Spider-Man until the Green Goblin finally just kidnaps Mary Jane and drops her off a bridge. Does she end up like the Gwen Stacy of the mainstream comics? Read the trade paperback to find out, or just buy the individual issues. But we get to see the return of Harry Osborn also. I hope I didn't give away too many spoilers. It's hard to do that when you're reviewing a comic book. But the storyline is very good, actually. I do like the cat and mouse interaction between Spider-Man and Green Goblin. It sort of reminds me of Spider-Man and Venom in the Spectacular Spider-Man series a lot. I'm not sure if it's like exactly the same, but I do sort of like the Venom screwing with Spider-Man until they just end up in the final confrontation. You know, like in the 90s cartoon. I'm going off on a tangent. You hate it. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me talk about Venom in a comic book with the Green Goblin. But we even get to see a little bit of Harry Osborn in therapy because his mom died in Volume 2. And I gotta say, this is where I've gotta praise the artwork in this book. Spider-Man looks excellent, the characters look excellent, and here's one example where you can just see the emotion on the characters' faces. Harry Osborn's in the therapy and the therapist asks, "How did your mother die?" And Harry replies, "In a fire." And then the therapist asks, "Could you have saved her?" And then you can instantly see the guilt of him thinking, "I could have saved her. I could have saved her." As he says, "I don't know." Deep stuff. And yes, I do have the comic book right here. Whenever I'm reviewing a comic book, I'll always have the book sitting right there. I don't know why, I just do. But yeah, this comic book is getting a 9 out of 10. See you next time when I review something else or make some other kind of video.